the vue3 video, and in today's video we are going to look at part 4 of my tutorial series about video streaming. And here you can see that we have successfully able to upload a file to the server and generate a thumbnail from that video using FFmpeg. Now we are going to list that files from the server and then show it in the front end, so that we can have a list of files then as a next step we would be able to click on that file and view the video. So now let's go ahead and make an API to list that files. So let's go ahead and create the API in the backend. So let's go to server. So now there is like upload video file only, so we need to create a API to list the files. So I will go ahead and do the same. So here for that we need to access the database, so everything is stored in the database. So let me go ahead and add a function to get the file list in the database. So let me do that. So before that, if you remember my initial presentation, so we have like 3 types of files. There is like general files, there is like favorite files, and there is like trashed files. So what I'm going to do is that make a single file component, or we have a table named video file. So here you can see that, and it has like 2 boolean, or I'm using integer here, but this could essentially be a boolean field. But since I have problems with SQLite 3, I just decided to use integer, and I'm using 0 and 1 for that to trigger it as shown, or basically use it as a boolean field here. So if isFav is 1, then I would consider that being part of the favorites list, and if isDel is 1, then I would consider that as the part of the deleted files list. So the idea is to list files that are not in either of these values, so that we can show the files that are not in the favorites or in the deleted files in the front, and then when you click the heart icon, we can move it to favorites, or if you click the trash icon, we can move it to the trashed files. So for that, first we need to get a total files list. So for that I would just add a function to get all the files. So you can name it as get all files, and here the idea is to get all the files that are not part of the favorites or deleted files. So let me go ahead and create that. So we need to exclude these 2 type of files here. So let me get there, and so I'll write the query for that. So return db.prepare, and here inside backticks I will just get the query, select star from video file where isFav equal to 0 and isDel equal to 0. So I don't want to get both of these files, and then .all. So it will return all the files that are not in deleted or favorites list. So this is how we get all the files, and then we can export that here, get all files. So we have the database function to get all the files that are not in isFav and isDelete. Now we can go ahead and add 2 more functions to get the favorite files and deleted files. So function get fav files, and it would be similar, but here I would just select the files where isFav is 1 and isDelete is 0. We really don't want to check delete, but I'll make sure that it's not deleted also. It's not in the deleted list also. But this one, yeah, I'll just make sure it's in the favorites, so we can deal with it later. So I'll also make get delete files here. So once you create a file, then create a function, it's very easy to change that. So now we can check for isDel equal to 1. So we have like 3 functions to get all the files, only favorite files and only deleted files. So let's say export that, get delete files. Sounds good. So now let's make 3 different APIs to get all these files. So let's go ahead and create that. So I have the server.js here, and here I'll just quickly copy paste the functions here, because I don't want to type in that thing. Anyway, okay, so this is the file list function, which get all the files from here, and it will return a JSON with file list. So we can do the similar things for favorite file list and deleted file list. So I'll also go ahead and create that by copy pasting that. So we have like so I would also change something here. Okay, so in order to create consistency, I will just make sure that it's the same as above. So file list equal to new file list. Then here also I'll just change this to file list new bin list. So here we have 3 functions which list all the files, then only favorite files and only bin deleted files. So the server part is done. So let's go ahead and reload the backend, and then let's go ahead and create the APIs for these 3 backend APIs. So we have like 3 functions here, so we can create corresponding APIs in the api.ts. So let me get me out and then create like 3 functions for that. So let me go ahead and create that. So here it's in the api.ts. So these are simple functions, so I will more like copy paste that. So here let me quickly copy paste that. Then from here, and okay, so this is the get file list. Yeah, I have to change the URL a little bit because I'm using here $URL, and since we are using this notation, we don't want the plus sign. Since we are using the get function, get method, we don't have to pass anything, so we can get the whole files here. So this is the function to get all the files. Then we need to create 2 more functions like this, favorite files and deleted files. So let me quickly rename this get fav file list API. And here get trashed file list API. So here the URLs change. Let me look at what I have: fav file list and bin file list. So that would be my URLs: fav file list, and here and bin file list. So we get we have created APIs for three functions here to list the files, list the favorite files, list the trashed files. Now we can go ahead and make the URL, make the front end. So here I want to create this as inside my home view. So here it's just a simple template, but inside the home view I want to list all the files. So for that I will just I like the script tag to be in the bottom side, so I will just go ahead and do that. And then let me call the API here and fetch all the files, and then I loop through those files and display it there. So that's the next thing we have to do. So here before doing that, since even if we have three different types of files, the content on that file or inside that that component is same, so we can use a single component to hold these three types of files. Only difference is that the flag is set based on which type of file is there, so we can essentially use a single component. So I'm going to go ahead and create that component at first.